Hey everybody, Andy here at WhyNot Farms, and today we're going to once again do cooking with WhyNot Farms. What we thought we would do is take a spin off our last recipe with our pasta tomato feta, and this time we're going to do an authentic Greek feta soup. We actually had a few leftovers from our last recipe, and we thought we would just fold those in and make a soup out of it. So stay with us. If you liked the last one, I think you're really going to like this one. So for your ingredients, you're going to start with either two medium regular tomatoes. I actually used the plum tomatoes, and I did 4 or 5. You're going to have the feta cheese, some orzo pasta, but you really can use any type of small pasta that you want. 4 cups of vegetable stock, 4 cups of water. You're going to need some olive oil, some salt and pepper as well, and a large pan to cook it all in. So we're going to start with 4 cups of water. And then we're going to grab some chicken stock. You can get any kind you want, low salt, regular chicken stock, etc. And you're going to go 4 cups of that as well. And you can adjust that a little bit if you want a little bit more water and a little less chicken stock, but actually one of these containers is almost exactly 4 cups, so it's great. You're then going to take your tomatoes, and again, I went with a plum tomato, and you're basically going to quarter that. And I might even make it into even smaller pieces as I go through. And you're going to do that for all your tomatoes. And again, this is based on your own taste, what you like. If you want it a little more tomatoey or a little less tomatoey, you're going to adjust that. Now these are going to be solid pieces. They're going to cook down a little bit, but they are going to add some substance to your soup. So if you don't really like that, then you might want to decide to go a little bit smaller on some of the pieces. That's really up to you as you go through. And into your stock you're going to go. Now you're going to boil that for about 5 minutes. We're going to put a little salt, pepper to flavor. A little kosher salt. And like I said, we're going to cook that for about 5 minutes and bring that to a boil. Now, you can use either type of feta. I'm actually using a goat feta this time, which is a little bit more mild. I have a good friend that's allergic to the cow feta, so I thought I'd try this. They call for 3/4 of a cube, basically. I only had a half left, so that's all we're going to get. But as you see, you can either mash it or you can cut it into cubes. It's going to get really creamy and kind of melt down as it cooks. You're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil as well. As you can tell, when I cook, I'm not as precise as some people are. I kind of cook by feel and by smell and by taste. And then bring that all to a boil. Once it starts boiling, you want to turn the heat down to about medium-high. I'm going to add a little bit of minced onion, just to give it a little bit more of that flavor that I want. But again, if you don't like onion, you don't have to add it. Stir it up. Put your cover on. And you're going to let that cook for about 5 minutes. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. It's been boiling on medium-high. So now we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of the orzo. This is half a cup. And you're just going to fold that in. And again, this is the kind of thing where if you wanted a little bit more pasta in it, you could add a little bit more of the orzo in. Now you're going to cook this for about 20 to 25 minutes, really until the pasta is tender. And then you're ready to add the feta cheese. All right, so now it's cooked for 25 minutes. You're going to turn off the heat, take the cover off. You're going to take your feta and you're just going to fold that in. Basically, give it a good swirl so it mixes in. It's going to melt that feta just a little bit. Take it off the heat, let it set, and it's ready to serve. All right, so we're ready. We're just going to give that a quick stir, take a quick peek how good that looks. Okay. I'm going to ladle that out. Sure we get some of that feta. Come over here. A few croutons on top. Little basil for your garnish. Don't forget your spoon, your garlic bread, and enjoy. Hey folks. I just want to add, I tried that recipe for the very first time and it was very, very good. But you might want a little bit more spice. So one of the things I would suggest is a little red hot pepper flakes, maybe to add to that, and the good old fresh garlic. I think that will give it just a little bit more. The other thing I'd say is that it was actually better the next day than it was initially right after eating it. So it's kind of one of those soups that if you eat it later on, I think you're gonna enjoy it even more. So don't forget the spice,